is Virgo.
You have to actually suppress it, and you have to give out your answer ahead of time. I'll do it. Oh no, just do it. What are you doing?
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome today's contestants. A cancer research coordinator from Pico Rivera, California, Nat Supa. A writer and producer from North Hollywood, California, Alex Switzy. And our returning champion, a story analyst originally from Williamstown, New Jersey, Kevin Walsh. 3 days, cash winnings total $62,900. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Cigarette is sort of the inspiration of the Babel. I didn't know that. Babel, the actual story behind the Babel that I was aware of, the actual beginning of the language differences that eventually divide the people against another people because of the language barrier.
We start off with tree of a kind, not three, followed by languages. The not-so-roaring 30s. Women in literature. In anti-pope, each correct response will be a word that comes just before pope in the dictionary. And finally, we deal with this.
NASCAR in Vegas, baby. I'm Jimmy Johnson with clues from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, one of the regular stops on the NASCAR Cup Series circuit.
Very popular sport. Kevin, you start.
Anti-pope for 200.
This gourmet treat is offered by Orville Redenbacher's. Nat.
Popcorn.
That's it.
Anti-pope 400.
A rubber band can help make this equine hairstyle.
Ponytail.
Kevin?
It was a ponytail.
Yes.
Anti-pope to 600.
To speak pompously. From another word for that guy in the Holy See.
Pontificate. Pontificate.
Pontificate.
That's the word.
Haha.
Anti-pope 800.
Snooker is played on a type of one.
The
Kevin?
Pope.
Table.
That's it.
I didn't get it.
Great for dipping your sashimi. This sauce contains citrus juice, mirin, soy sauce, and bonito flake.
Wasabi soy sauce. Wasabi. Wasabi soy sauce. Is that a wasabi condiment for sashimi dipping? What is that? Yuzu. What is this sauce? 잠깐만. Pond. 이거 pond sauce 말하나요? Is it a pond sauce? Pond sauce 말하나? Is it a pond sauce 말하나요? Is this a Japanese sauce? Pond.
Alex, what is ponzu? Right.
I got it.
Women literature 200.
Pond sauce 말하나?
Pride and Prejudice, Mr. Bennet and this daughter discuss her possible engagement to Mr. Darcy.
Elizabeth Bennet.
Kevin,
Who is Elizabeth?
you were right.
Women in literature 400.
Charlotte Bronte wrote Shirley, as well as this more famous novel with the heroine's name as the title.
Jane Eyre.
Nat.
What is Jane Eyre?
Yes.
Women in literature 600.
Mrs. Whatsit, Mrs. Who, and Mrs. Which helped Meg Murray and her brother in this 1962 novel by Madeleine L'Engle. Alex, what is A Wrinkle in Time? You got it.
A Wrinkle in
Women
Time.
800. This William Makepeace Thackeray novel deals with the interwoven fortunes of two women, the passive Amelia and the scheming
Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair.
What is Vanity Fair? Yes.
I got it.
Rosaline from this comedy has the most lines of any of Shakespeare's women.
As You Like It? As You Like It?
And the play is As You Like It.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do Not So Roaring 30s, 200. In November of 1930, the This of Tennessee failed. It was one of the first, but wouldn't be the last. Kevin?
What is the dam?
No.
Tennessee Valley.
What's the harvest? No.
Hooverville, Tennessee Valley authorization.
One of the first to fail. Alex, back to you.
Let's do languages 200.
Most of the Coptic language alphabet is adapted from the Greek. But 7 letters evolved from this ancient Egyptian writing system.
Cuneiform? A hieroglyph.
Yes.
Hieroglyph. I got it. I said I had a hieroglyph.
Comedy film, Sacha Baron Cohen is actually speaking Hebrew, not Kazakh.
Kabul, Afghanistan. Zora.
Borat, yes.
Borat. Borat. Ah, shit. I actually said it.
Language is also known as Cape This European language.
Oh, I don't know.
Breton? Nope. Kevin?
What is Dutch?
Yes.
Dutch.
Language is 800.
Borat. Yeah, Zora.
It's an SOV language, meaning this part comes after the subject and object in a sentence. Alex.
Subject, object, verb.
Right, and with that,
Subject, object, verb.
2400. All 3 of you off to a good start. We're going to take our first break.
Oh my gosh, you know, a hieroglyph, I got it. I immediately said that without listening to him. Cuneiform? No, hieroglyph.
First player we introduced on the program today
이거는 내가 맞췄다. hieroglyph. 이거는 맞췄어요. I immediately, without listening to him, I said it, you know, oh no, cuneiform is really a Mesopotamian. No, hieroglyph. Hieroglyph. 진짜 이거는 맞췄어. 보랏은 못 맞췄어. Zora, Borat, Afghanistan, everything though. I didn't get it. It was on the tip of my tongue, the Borat, because Borat is coming back.
who was told something interesting.
No, I didn't. Isla Fisher's husband is coming back with the Borat. And that's really on CNN. I mean, every day during the commercial break, I didn't get it. Oh, Zora, Afghanistan. They said everything. It's almost there. Kabul. Oh, but I really got hieroglyph. I didn't hear hieroglyph. I didn't hear it. And 진짜 cuneiform하고 1초 뒤에 했어요. 1 second later, I said immediately hieroglyph.
Film, and you had an interesting title on a movie. What was it?
I was the mythology and continuity consultant.
Mythology and a continuity consultant.
Live-action remake of Ghost in the Shell.
Good. Well, let's get back into this right now. Alex gave me the last correct response, and that means he selects our next clue. So go ahead and do that.
Let's go back to 30s, 400.
A NASA study found that one of these that struck 70% of North America in 1934 was the worst in 1,000 years. No wonder it got dusty.
Drought?
Nat?
What is an asteroid?
No. Alex?
What is a dust ball?
No.
Hail?
You're close. What is a drought?
I got it. I was really low. I was the one.
The Smoot-Hawley This Type of Tax Act raised U.S. import duties and stifled...
Tariffs.
Yes.
I got it.
Roaring 30s, 800.
나 먼저
New
맺다.
Jersey was the scene of this 1937 disaster. Kevin.
It was the Hindenburg.
Right.
Oh, Hindenburg. I didn't know
Roaring
that.
30s, 1000.
Italy invaded this country in October of 1935, bringing sanctions from the League of Nations.
Austria?
Ethiopia.
You got it.
Ethiopia.
Language is 1,000.
English, Mandarin, Tamil, and Malay are official languages of this island nation.
The Philippines.
What is Malaysia?
No,
The Philippines?
Kevin.
What is Singapore?
Yes.
Singapore. I didn't know
Tree
that.
of a kind, 200.
Japanese, silver, sugar. Kevin.
It's a beach?
No. Alex or Nat? They're all maples. Back to you, Kevin.
Tree for 400.
Windmill, sago, date. Nat.
Pine?
Palm.
Yes.
Palm. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Norway, Serbian, Sitka.
I know. Fir tree. Douglas fir. Fir tree. Fir pine tree. Sitka spruce. You fir pine tree. A Sitka spruce.
Those are spruce.
Oh, I got it.
Tree, 800.
Mission, Manzanillo, Kalamata.
I don't know.
Alex.
We're olive trees?
Yes.
Tree of a kind, 1,000.
Answer? Daily double.
그래 얘네도 트리 잘 모르잖아.
$100.
100 only. Yep. Don't feel confident dealing with trees.
Not so much.
Rainbow, yellow gum, Tasmanian blue gum.
Of course. What is your...
Gummy tree.
Yes. Of
Rubber gummy tree.
NASCAR 200.
All right, here we go.
I'm William Byron. My number 24 car is a Camaro ZL1 1LE by this automaker.
Alex?
Chevy?
Yes.
Oh, Chevy.
NASCAR 400. I'm Kevin Harvick. I might have only won one NASCAR Cup Series points race in 2007, but I sure did make it count. Winning this event, the Super Bowl of stock car racing, by 0.02 seconds.
Alex.
It's the Indy 500.
No. Kevin Arnett. Not the Indy 500 for NASCAR, but the Daytona 500. Back to you, Alex.
All right, 600 NASCAR. I'm Brad Keselowski. During my run to the NASCAR season title in 2012, I decided I wanted to go fast, just like Will Ferrell, and win the Aaron's 499 at this Alabama Superspeedway.
Alex.
From Talladega.
Yep.
800 NASCAR. I'm Jimmy Johnson. I know a little something about coming in first in the first state, having won 11 times at the International Speedway named for this state capital.
Kevin.
What is, Dover?
Dover, right you are. And now our last clue.
I'm Eric Almirola. I won the 2014 Coke Zero 400 at Daytona, driving for the number 43 motorsports team of this NASCAR legend on the 30th anniversary of his 200th win that came on the same track.
That's the great Richard Petty.
Richard Petty.
Talented drivers, NASCAR drivers, for helping us out with that category. We have Kevin in the lead with 6,000, 4,300 on the board.
Oh my God, this is so exciting.
And going first in Double Jeopardy. Right after this. Want to be on Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Of course you do. Well, we're looking for contestants right now, and we've made it easy. So easy, you can do it without even leaving your couch with the Jeopardy Anytime test. It's ready whenever you are. And now you can audition for Jeopardy from your home. So go to Jeopardy.com and take the Anytime test and try out online. It's easy. You might be the next great Jeopardy champion.
Sure, why not?
That's in the red, but that can change very, very quickly, as we all know in Double Jeopardy. A lot of money available. Here are the categories for your selection.
Medical history.
Oxymoron.
Oxymorons.
Awards and
What's
honors.
it on Earth?
We'll give you the TV theme song lyrics.
Okay, oh my gosh, I love it.
For us. And that's followed by the cubists.
The
Who,
cubists.
as we know, are really just a bunch of squares. Nat, start.
Oxymorons 400.
This computer-generated simulation is abbreviated VR.
Virtual reality.
It's virtual reality.
Yes.
TV theme song 4.
Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Kevin?
It was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
That's it.
Oh, Mr. Rogers.
Theme song lyrics for 800.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke. You're broke. Your love life's DOA.
Oh, you're going to
Kevin?
With his friends.
Yes.
a French, yeah, exactly.
lyrics for
All
1200.
right.
Men, 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 men. Manly. Men, men, men. Alex.
It's 2.5 Men.
Correct.
2.5
Team
men.
1600.
Okay.
You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big.
Office.
Kevin?
What is Malcolm in the Middle?
Right.
Malcolm in the middle.
Lyrics for 2000.
Sing me a song of a lass that is gone. Say, could that lass be I?
Oh,
Show is Outlander. Back to you, Kevin.
Outlander.
Oxymorons for 800.
Working security for Martin Luther King, George Raveling ended up with the original this of the I Have a Dream speech.
Transcript, script.
Draft? Draft?
Rough draft?
No. No.
Script.
He ended up with the original copy.
Copy script is a fine.
Back to you.
Oxymorons 1200.
Answer there. Daily double. Well, it could work to your benefit. You have a lead.
2800, please.
All right. This oxymoron refers to dark chocolate, often in about the 60% cacao range.
Bitter chocolate. Pure.
Bittersweet.
That's it. Yes.
Bittersweet, yeah, exactly.
Go again.
Oxymorons 1600.
A pattern of negative attitudes and resistance to demands are criteria for this type of behavior.
Control freak.
Alex.
Is it anti-authoritarian?
No.
Anti.
Nat.
What is negative reinforcement?
No.
Uh,
What is passive
aggressive.
aggressive?
Okay.
Back to our champion, Kevin.
Oxymorons 2000.
The Metropolitan Museum once issued a metal button as an admission ticket. The colors changed daily in this oxymoronic order.
Randomly orderly. Random order. Random
That
order.
would be random order.
Random order.
The square is enclosed on 3 sides by Gum Department Store, St. Basil's Cathedral, and the Kremlin.
The Red Square.
It was Red Square. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the random order.
body lies in state in a crystal coffin in a memorial hall.
The Tiananmen Square. The Tiananmen Square.
Kevin,
It's Tiananmen?
yes.
Yeah, Tiananmen.
Square is 1200.
St. Mark's Square in this Italian city has been called the finest drawing room in Europe.
Rome?
Nat.
What is Venice?
Yes.
Oh, Venice.
Atlanta Square,
Okay.
1600.
Home to the Palacio Nacional, this Latin American city's large square known as the Zócalo is a public plaza in use since Aztec times.
Peru. Aztec.
It's Mexico City?
Yes.
Oh, Mexico City, okay.
bunch of
Oh,
squares.
Aztec,
The name
Incano.
of this Cairo Square at the center of Arab Spring protests means liberation in Arabic. And that is the Tahrir.
Ah,
Square.
Tahrir Square.
Champ.
Awards honors 400.
In 1895, he received the Rumford Prize for his work in electric lighting.
Edison?
Nat.
Who is Edison?
Yes.
Awards and honors, 800.
A prize honoring work that promotes European unity is named for this Holy Roman Emperor.
Constantinus.
Constantine?
Eustace.
For Charlemagne. Yeah.
Charlemagne. Oh,
Awards
okay.
and honors 1200.
Here's Christopher Plummer with the clue.
I've enjoyed working on projects for children, and even won an Emmy for narrating the adventures of this jeune fille parisienne, created by Ludwig Bemelmans.
Young girl?
That young girl is Madeline.
Ah,
Thank you,
Madeline.
Alex.
Jeune fille.
Awards and honors 1600.
This award for sci-fi or fantasy writing is named for Mr. Gernsback, founder of Amazing Stories magazine. Alex.
Hugo.
Yep.
No, Hugo.
Awards 2000.
Grand Officer and Commander are two of the 5 ranks of this French military and civilian order.
Légion d'honneur.
Correct.
Medical history 400.
Today, hearts being moved for transplant are kept pumping after decades when they were carried on ice in these, like soda to a picnic. Alex.
Gimlet.
Coolers.
Yep.
Medical history.
I don't know.
Why is it called an operating theater? There used to be an audience, like for Dr. Keene, the USA's first of these, also known as neurosurgeons.
The brain surgery?
Brain surgeon? Yep.
Ah,
Medical history 1200.
For the first time, in 2018, the FDA approved a drug made directly from cannabis using this non-psychoactive compound.
the CBD?
Alex? CBD. Yes.
Cannabidiol.
1952, Bjorn Ibsen said, "Let's keep the patient intubated and ventilated like in the OR, creating the first of these hospital units." Alex.
The incubator?
No. First of the ICU.
ICU. Oh, shit. Intensive care units.
Medical 2.
This gland was thought useless until 1961, when it was found that the T cells that come from it kill tumor cells.
Thyroid gland?
Appendix.
No.
Thyroid?
What is the thymus? Back to you,
Yeah,
Alex.
thymus thyroid gland.
Cubis 1200.
Answer. Daily double. All right. We're running out of time.
Now or never. Let's make it a true daily double.
Okay, for 11,800. Tender Buttons, written by this American expatriate while she was living in Paris, is a book of Cubist still life prose poems.
Rouge Descent? I don't know. Who's American
St.
expatriate?
Marie.
Now, who's Gertrude Stein?
Ah, Gertrude Stein.
And with that, bad news for Nat and Alex. Neither one of you will be around to participate in Final Jeopardy. But Alex, you go home with 2,000. Nat, you go home with 1,000.
Oh my gosh, they lost so much. True Daily Double, he didn't get it. I don't really understand it, but I can actually, you know what? I can clear the financial categories. Oh, I know more financial words. It's really not true. 영어를 더 많이 알아요. No, it's really not true. I don't really have any difficulty. You don't really understand that I solve many questions for 20 hours, so I actually misclick it. But it's not about my ignorance. That's really not true. I can easily clarify the financial terms in English better. You can actually watch this. Financial term 영어로 더 정확히 알아요. I misclicked it because I repetitively solved the same question. So I actually thought that, they were differently for race. I actually have a different perspective. It's more like the CDO, the much, developed version, collateral damage, insurance packages, trying to actually, trying to ensure the speculative money engagement. That was really the thing. I had a much advanced idea, so I misclicked it, but that's not really the case, That's not true. If you ever actually let me actually watch this, and you're gonna know it. 여기서 in financial term, 내가 거의 다 맞췄어요. No, I never watch it again. Because I don't really need to click it. I can use my mouth. Much convenient for me to actually answer it. 말로 하면 절대 안 틀려요. Financial term, 영어로 절대 안 틀려요. No, I don't. I know more financial term in English. It's true. 영어로 financial term 더 잘 알아요. 방금도 tariff도 한국어로 tariff 몰라요. 남이 말해줘야 알아요. 훨씬 더 말해요. 이렇게 말로 해서 하면 다 이겨요. 그리고 쓸 줄 알아요. No, I know more in English. I don't really need to. I actually before that, I already actually selected annuity more than 3 times correct. I don't forget. Just I mispressed it. That's really it. Those people are really stupid. They're really not getting the truth. I mean, the only reason I've been actually being defeated is I spend so many hours, even when I was feeling so tired, spending, more than 10 or 20 hours. My, perception is not agile, that I misclick it. That's really the reason. 잠 올 때도 그냥 계속 풀어서 그래요. 말도 안 되게 그게 테스트라니. 10시간 일할 수 있지만은, 말도 안 되게 정말 잠이 와서 기절을 할 것 같은데 잘못 이렇게 누르면 끝이에요. Those are really being calculated. That's not true. I want to prove it. I can actually solve it far better. Financial terms, I can nail it. No, I really. 지금 문제 풀어보면 되잖아요. 너 못하게 하지 마. 영어로 훨씬 더 상식 많이 알아요. 한국어로 아예 몰라요. tariff 뭔지 몰라요. 쫄. 더 있어, 쫄. I know it more in English. 진짜 단어로, economic term 영어로 더 많이 알아요. I don't really need to repeat it. That was just a pure mistake because it was caused by my slippery fingers. I don't forget any of it. No. 그냥 잘못 눌러요. 한 번도 까먹어요. 그렇게 못 믿겠으면 가져오세요. 테스트 받으면 돼요. 다른 말로 바꿔오세요. 그냥 잘못 눌러서 그래요. 계속 급해가지고 한 곳만 보고 눌러. 한쪽만 보고 눌러요. 한 번도 뜻을 모른 적 없어. 여기서도 보면 다 맞춰요. 단 한 번도 모른 적이 없어요. 여기서 financial term에. I never watched it. Financial term 영어 훨씬 더 잘하는데. 한국어로 아예 몰라요. tariff도 몰라요. 독일어 쏘리예요. français ça s'appelle duan. 프랑스 duan이에요. 한국어로 몰라요. 누가 말해주면 아나? 뭐라 했는데. 그냥 진짜 잘못 눌렀어요. 계속 플레이해서. 어제도 자기 전까지 하니까 사람이 잘 때 되니까 진짜 잠이 오니까 약간 똑바로 못 누르더라고. 그렇게 궁금하면 테스트 쳐보면 돼요. 그냥 말로 하면 되잖아. 난 누르기 싫으니까.
Samir, I'm not sure about these categories today, but it's your selection.
Alex, I'll take cough suppressant for 200.
Whoa.
This foamy stuff that you put in your hair to hold it in place is a homophone for a large mammal.
Snuff? Snooch? Snoot?
Moose is right.
Moose. Okay.
Heard on a TV drama for 200.
She's a weapon. Do you you seriously want to fight the Demogorgon with your wrist rocket?
Atlas?
Alyssa?
Amazon?
What is Stranger Things?
Yes.
Stranger
TV
Things.
drama for 4.
What you call love was invented by guys like me to sell nylons.
Family Guy?
Alyssa,
What is Mad Men?
that's the
Oh,
series.
man. Oh,
Drama for 600.
All of her tattoos are brand new.
New Girls?
Alyssa,
What is Blind Spot?
good.
Oh, Blind Spot.
TV drama for 8.
Mr. Secretary, we're enacting continuity of government. Sir, you are now the president of the
Veep,
United
Veep.
States. Alyssa,
What is Designated Survivor?
The Designated Survivor.
Heard on TV drama for 1000.
I am Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. My eyes are everywhere.
Narco.
Julissa,
What is Narcos?
yes.
Finally.
Guy named Doug for 200.
Quarterback Doug Flutie was awarded this trophy by the Downtown Athletic Club, yet fell all the way to the 285th pick in the NFL draft. Samir,
What is the Heisman Trophy?
yes.
Guy's named Doug, 400.
This original human beatbox opened Doug E's, a chicken and waffle restaurant.
The Chickenophile.
Who is Doug E. Fresh?
Oh,
That's it.
Doug, you're fresh.
Guy's named Doug for 600.
Magician Doug Henning played this title character in a Broadway musical about a medieval magician. That medieval magician was Merlin.
Ah, Merlin.
Guy's named Doug for 800.
Douglas Ginsburg's nomination for this post went up in smoke in 1987 when reports of drug use came out. Julissa,
What is the Pope?
no. Samir,
What is Surgeon General?
no. What is a justice of the Supreme Court?
Oh, just so
Sounds like a boat part for 200.
Preceding over, it sometimes means to faint.
overwhelm.
Julissa,
What is heel?
that's the word.
Overkill.
Boat part for 400.
A large branch on a tree.
Bow.
Alyssa,
What is a bow?
yes.
Boat part for 6.
To punch someone and knock or level him to the floor of the boat. Samir?
Overkill.
Deck. That's
Not
the word.
deck. D-E-C-K.
Part 800.
To successfully incubate an egg.
Brood. Hatch. Brood.
What is
Brood.
to hatch?
Uh-huh.
Back to you, Samir.
Boat part 1000.
To remove the shell or husk from beans or seeds.
Husk.
Alyssa,
What is
Chafe.
hull, that's
Uh-huh.
the word. And that
H-U,
takes us to
yeah.
speed with 2400. Takes us to break number 1. We're going to pause. Back in a moment. The first player we introduced on the program today, Alyssa Weinberger, is involved in something that I have never heard.
She's been actually involved with something I've never even heard of.
It's God. Wait. Woohoo!
Melissa, she's been actually involved with something I've never even heard of. What would that be? It's really ridiculous. I actually know more words than them. It's really ridiculous. I know financial words really well. That's really a one misclicking. Annuity 말고 틀린 적 없어요. 그냥 잘못 누른 거. Annuity 하나밖에 없었지. 100만 개 있었는데 financial terms. I really covered almost every financial terms, but there was one word that I didn't know. That was annuity. I know better. I actually got everything. Annuity was a pure mistake, but it's not something that I don't know. They've been actually making a big deal just because of one simple clicking mistake. So that was just a clicking mistake.
Yeah, so basically, you start off with...
It's not something that I forgot. I know what annuity means so well. Even actually before my one mistake, I got it more than 4 times correct. But you know what? Later, when I really wanted to actually avoid it, I was so nervous. My fingers were so, slippery. So I actually accidentally clicked it. It's not something that I forgot. I desperately wanted to avoid it, but I had a tendency to actually cross it. I never wanted to press it. Then I clicked it. That was one little thingy, but before that, I already covered annuity so well. I don't care whether you buy it or not. I know so many words really well, and I know actual financial terms better than you. Financial terms 니보다 더 잘 알아요.
Thing that looks like anything from, let's see, I've made whales, pieces of sushi, mostly people's dogs.
Yeah, right. I can prove it right now. I really actually know it. Just like, Terry, if I can prove it. I have no difficulty. 지금 당장 증명할 수 있어요. Financial term 니보다 더 잘. Annuity 내가 피하려고 하다가 눌렸어요. 너무 억울해. That was just like a simple mistake. And even actually after that, I got everything correct. I really was so nervous. I wanted to avoid it, but my hands are really clumsy. But before that, I already actually got the annuity more than 1,000 times. 벌써 1,000 times annuity 맞췄어요. 그리고 financial term 한 번도 틀린 적 없는데. 지금 가도 맞출 수 있어요. 아무 때나 legal term, financial term 저 사람보다 더 많이 할걸. I can actually prove it. I know more than him. I definitely know more. I can prove it. No, it's really not true. It's not really external. It's not really external. It's not virtual. That's really ridiculous. I know more. I'm not really B. Not at all. My vocabulary is really on top. I cover every word. I mean, I'm not lying. I know more legal terms. I can prove it. 다시 해서 아는 거 아니에요. annuity 진짜 잘못 클릭해서 그래요. No, I'm not lying. I really desperately wanted to avoid it, but I just actually clicked something wrong. This is really the evidence. What if I actually get every little single category correct? More than 1,001. 다른 거 다 맞으면 되잖아요. 한 번도 잘못한 적 없어. 난 financial term 한국어를 아예 몰라요. 방금도 여기서 tariffs 물었잖아. 딴 애들 대답 못했는데 내가 1초만 했어. tariffs. That's really easy. And yesterday, insurance too. I mean, because Jeopardy quizzes, because you don't really need to use your fingers. 손 안 써도 되잖아요. 그냥 답을 말로 하면 되잖아요. 너무 쉬워요. I don't even actually know what that should be called in Korean. It's very obvious. I want to prove it. I'm not a Korean. And I don't want to be a Korean. I don't know a thing about it. I don't really know what tariff is. I know in German, it's Zoll. German Zoll. En français, ça s'appelle douane. douane인데. Oh, it's not really challenged. Not at all. 아무거나에 걸리는 거 고르지 말고. Yeah, business, financial term, whatever. Please give me challenge. It's really easy. It's really easy. What is so difficult? Yeah, I had a little control problem after many hours. I'm not additional. It's really easy. I don't really need to prepare for it. It's really, it's not frequent, not at all. Because the people, let me actually say this one. People who are really wise, they have no idea. I mean, even actually holding on to my phone before I actually accidentally closed my eyes because I could not actually know. I have nothing else to do. I mean, actually literally playing the game whenever I feel so tired. I even actually know just a second later, I fell asleep. I didn't even actually recognize I fell asleep. So I was just still holding on to the phone. That's normally the case of mine. You can actually ask my mother, what type of condition that I'm actually normally would it be whenever I'm playing the game. You always have an over-exaggerated assumption that I would actually be ignorant of a fact. It's just simply technical glitches. That's really easy. I don't actually feel confused at all. Because I know more financial terms than you in English. I don't know how that should be called in Korean. 한국어를 아예 몰라요. It's really easy. I don't feel confused at all. 한국어를 아예 몰라요. No, I'm actually really, I know I really actually cover every word. Mediation? It's really easy. What do you mean by that? I don't really need to repeat it. From the very beginning I got it. It's really fine. Oh, let's try to actually do some more legal words. 하나도 모르는 거 없어요, legal term. 맨날 안 해도 돼요. 원래 처음부터 다 맞았어요. 처음부터 원래 다 맞았는데 계속 나한테 모른대요. Accomplice, I know. Complicity. I don't really know how that should be called in Korean. It's not sentiment. I don't really know how that should be called in Korean. Don't ask me. 여기서 맞추면 돼요, Jeopardy. 한 번도 financial terms 못 맞춘 적 없어요. 말로 하면 되잖아. 말로 하면 돼. 누르는 거 싫어해요. 급하게 누르면 아무거나 눌러. It's really easy. 그냥 알지도 못하면서 그냥 그 이상한 얘기예요. 그냥 테스트 치면 알아. 어차피 법률 용어 모르는 거 거의 없어. 남들보다 더 많이 알아요. 어제도 그 persona non grata 이런 것도 다 알잖아. 라틴도 1초도 안 걸려요. 그냥 다른 미국 애들처럼 알아요. 난 클리킹 하는 거 싫어해요. 많이 하면 잘못 눌러요. I'm really afraid of that kind of act. 그래서 Jeopardy 하는 건데 Jeopardy 하면 거의 다 알아요. 성질 좀 급해서 그래. No, I'm not thinking carefully. 그냥 Jeopardy 계속 보면 안 돼? 거기 보면 계속 financial term question 나와요. 이거보다 더 자세하게 나와요. 엄청 빨리 말해야 돼요. I don't like to read it. 이런 단어 한국어로 몰라요. Caveat emptor. 그만하고 싶어. 지겨워. 그리고 메모리 나쁘지 않아요. 그때 진짜 움직이다 잘못 눌렀어. anyway. 이거 피하려고 하다가 두 번째. 세 번이나 다른 말로 워딩을 해서 맞았는데 어떻게 그거 하루 지났다고 까먹냐. You know what? If you're really committing to common sense, I was actually correct on that day. 3 different variations. The wordings are completely different, but I still managed to find the right answer for annuity. Don't you not actually think that it is reasonable, given my intelligence, that I was just misclicking? Because I really wanted to cross it out. I wanted to exit. But you know what? My hands were trembling because I was nervous. Oh my God, I really need to avoid it. So I misclicked it. Because before that, a day before that, I was actually correct on annuity. Not just for the same copycat version, but 3 different, different wordings and even example. What would it be considered as annuity? I was correct with the 3 different options that were completely variated and applied choices. How would you even actually see that? I somehow managed to demonstrate my full understanding of the annuity from a different versions. How would you actually see that would be so volatile that I forgot it? Because I really wanted to cross it out. I wanted to really avoid it, but I was actually moving my cursor and my hands were trembling, so I actually pressed something wrong. That's more reasonable. I don't need to forget. 진짜 안 까먹어요. 원래 legal term 진짜 하나도 안 까먹어요. financial term도 안 까먹고 해보자. 억울해. 괜히 못하게 해요. 쉬운 거밖에 안 내줘요. 그냥 못 증명하게 하려고. No struggling. I feel really bad. I know more than you. 절대 안 까먹어요. economics에서 다 배웠어요. 내가 만약에 다 맞으면 어떡할래? 반복한 게 아니라 처음부터 다 맞아서 그것 말고 없었어요. 그 손이 잘못 떨려서 너무 프레셔가 컸어. I really wanted to avoid it. I wanted to cross it out. I actually mispressed it. I want to demonstrate it. I know more words than other people. It's not really my IQ is 93. That's ridiculous. I really actually know more words in English. I definitely know more. No, I don't need to repeat it. I just really got bored. I actually pressed something wrong. Of course I know what that is. 한국어가 훨씬 쉬운데 한국어로 이런 걸 몰라요. 아예 몰라요. No, I'm very accurate. That's a really ridiculous assumption. I know more words in English with accuracy. I don't really repeat it. At my first trial, I always had a better chance of getting them correct. No, it's not narrow. You know what? If you were actually giving me new questions, I'm always better performing. My first trial, because I'm actually being cautious, just like the test taker. Because, there could be technical hitches or hiccups. You have to actually better manage it. But I'm afraid. I don't really want to repeat this one. This wasn't for fun. And it was supposed to be interesting thingy. But now I know there were too many pressures on me. No, I'm actually better. I can easily prove it. No, I know better. There is no leakage, no. I'm not crazy. I can study law. It's not difficult at all. Never really need to repeat anything. Not theory. I know more words in English. It's very easy. Definitely know more in English. No, not intermediary. That's your assumption. It's really, I just feel really bad because I know it's just one misclicking should never defy every little step that I had taken correctly for multiple times. I'm not really, truly unlike those people, if you ever actually watch Jeopardy, I'm not the kind of whose memory is really volatile, not at all. I really had a better capacity to memorize it. I've never watched this year's episodes. None of them are something that I've witnessed before. I still actually managed to get most of questions. I'm not lying. I have a better memory than you. 원래 기억력 남들보다 더 좋아요. Jeopardy 보면 알아요. It's really unfair. No, I'm actually far better. I'm not crazy. No, I really actually know it. I don't really know what tariff means in Korean. No, not really. No distance at all. I'm actually really on top. I know it's serious. I mean, I know the detail. I can prove it. Just do try me. I know every word. I don't really need to repeat it. 절대 안 까먹어요. It's really easy. I'm just being, too quick. That's really the reason I wouldn't normally encounter any problem. Not considering every option because I'm talking right now. 이렇게 얘기하면서 해서 전체 안 보고 그냥 잘못 눌러서 그래요. Because I'm really scattered the brain and constantly talking back to this game, the system. That's really the reason I actually, maybe misperceived one thing. I didn't really see every option available. That's really the reason one pitfall. But it's not really a great deal. That would never actually affect my general knowledge. Not at all. That's a really ridiculous assumption and overreaction to certain type of technical hiccups, I think. I have no difficulty at all. That's a telepathy. I don't really need to think about it. Excuse me, I pressed something wrong. Why can't you just accept that? Because I was actually going down. The extrasensory communication was on bottom, but I placed my clicking button in the middle. Then I got clicked. The sensory communication was on the bottom. I never wanted to press the abrupt or whatever. The third one, while my cursor was moving, it was clicked very dangerously. At that time, I didn't purchase my wireless mouse, so it was actually pressed in the middle. Then they actually said that I didn't even actually know telepathy. That's it. If you ever actually think about the previous choice that I made, do you honestly think that my intelligence would be that much corrupted to actually not know from the very compounded version that I already actually selected? I cannot expand it. 그렇게 생각하는 게 진짜 병신 같지 않아? 내 지능에 어떻게 그렇게 생각? How dare you even actually to think that my intelligence would be that corrupt? Even after with the 3-month long preparation, I still managed to actually get the grade as a disc, or I somehow managed to actually do all things, do you honestly think that my intelligence would be that bad? That I actually selected a telepathy, that, very compounded one, which carries the gist of it, but I couldn't actually, find out the extrasensory communication. That's really ridiculous. You think that it was really caused by my ignorance? Do you honestly think that that was actually my lack of understanding? 너무 이상해요. 난 그런 시스템이 너무 이해가 안 되고 답답해요. 어떻게 내가 지능이 그렇게 없다고 생각할 수 있는지 이해가 안 돼요. 미국에 가서 그렇게 수능을 남들은 한 3년 준비하는 거 1년 만에 해서 1년도 안 걸려서 그렇게 했는데 어떻게 그렇게 생각하는지 이해가 안 돼요. 왜냐면 여기 중간에 눌렀어요. 근데 잘못 눌렀어요. 그냥 그게 다예요. I don't understand that. It's really not like that. I don't forget, and it's not really something that I have to. The only thing that I'm having trouble is clicking. That's really it. I'm really having with my finger. It's difficult to actually, control it. That's really it. No, I know better than you. I don't really need to repeat it. That's all the reason my first trials are always better. And the only reason I made a mistake is normally it's really difficult. There was no chance you can take it back. Up until 2.5 hours, I was never making that mistake. But, after, how many minutes? 150 minutes, I made a mistake. That was really it. Before that, I got wrong answers, but they were really caused by my ignorance. But after 2.5 hours, I can no longer control my desire to click something what's available. I'm a very impulsive person. That's really the reason why. To me, it's really easy. Is that all you have? I think, they will get to know it. To me, it's really easy. Those people who are really biased, they would never accept it, but they will get to the truth if I ever actually be tested and were examined by real people who are truly not biased. It's very obvious. I'm very confident. How would you even actually say that? My choice for the telepathy was very evident. If you ever actually had chosen that one, even without actually knowing what the fourth meaning would be, the most available option that would clearly reflect and echo the gist of it was the fourth one. And I wanted to click it, but it was actually misclicked, and no one buys that. No one buys that opinion, saying that, I was too stupid not to know the expanded meaning. If you really trace down my history, then no one would say that that would be caused by my ignorance or my, a lack of reasoning. No one. I don't think anyone who is right-minded would actually do that, unless they are really biased to think that way. 아무도 그렇게 생각 안 할 것 같은데. 그게 그렇게 돼서 생각됐다고. No, I think, those people are only, very biased people, not really intermediary. I'm actually, very much advanced people. No, I'm actually not intermediary. My English is advanced. It's not, no. My English is advanced. Very much advanced. I know better than you. My English is really advanced. I'm not lying. Extrasensory organ 왜 잘못했다고 그래요? 그냥 가다가 잘못 눌린 거라고. 왜 안 믿지? 난 너무 이상해요. 계속 풀다 보면 성격이 급해서 중간에 되는데 이렇게 잘못 눌려요. 그거 가지고 뭐라 해. 그러니까 나 이런 시험 안 친다고. 이렇게 못하게 하는 시험 안 쳐요. 절대 안 칠 거야. It's really bad. I'm really terrible with it because my fingers are really, really terrible with the clicking something with precision. I'm really terrible with it. It's not an excuse. I can be tested with whatever turns, but I can definitely outperform other American. 어제도 봤잖아. 미러 마스터 처음 하니까 내 성적 좋지. depth 모르는 게 아니에요. 클리킹이 계속 반복하면 클리킹이 안 좋아져요. 하기 싫단 말이에요. That's really it. I always know more words than other American. That's really true. 다른 미국 애들보다 단어 훨씬 더 많이 알아요. No, or hard. I don't really need to. I know every word. I don't really need to think twice about it. No, I don't really need to. The only thing that I have to pay attention is clicking. Because it's really difficult to click correctly. No. No, I really know more than other people. I really do know. 내가 니보다 더 많이 알아. 진짜예요. I really don't mind. 에코노믹스 내가 니보다 더 많이 알아요. 외운 적 없어요. 그냥 하면 돼요. I'm not crazy. No frequently used. I know more words. I really wish. It's not prototype. It's not really rampant. No, it's not concise. I know the meaning really well. I really actually know the very understanding. Yeah, I know better than you. 그냥 자꾸만 잘못 눌러서 그래요. 성격 급해요. 근데 성격이 너무 급해서 그래요. 근데 진짜 더 많이 알아요. 그래서 말로 하는 거예요. 하고 ID question 이런 거 하고 싶어. 파이낸셜 term도 입으로 말하는 스펠링 적는 건 좋은데 누르는 거 싫어. 마음이 너무 급해. I really like Jeopardy. I'd like to actually speak it out loud. And that way I can actually handle it much quickly. I really like to actually say something and do something really quickly. 크러쉬가 맞지. Conquer. 크러쉬가 맞죠. 근데 repel이야. 근데 그만하면 안 돼. 이러면 또 틀려요. 모르는 게 아니라 마음이 너무 급하면 잘못 클릭을 할 확률이 너무 높고 계속 그리고 이렇게 떠들면 내 마음이 계속 나 그렇지 않아 계속 이렇게 계속 이딴 식으로 하면 언젠간 잘못 눌러. 그러면 난 너무 곤란해. 안 할래. 그냥 Jeopardy 볼게요. Jeopardy로 어려운 거 내세요. 그냥 새로운 에피소드 밑에 주면 되잖아. 여기서 파이낸셜 퀴즈 내가 하나로 못 맞추면 책임질게. 나 진짜 자신 있어요. 저 스펠링도 적을게. 스펠링도 괜찮아요. 말로 할 수도 있고 스펠링으로도 적을 수 있어요. 너무 답답해. 그냥 말로 할래. 성격이 너무 급해서 이걸로 해야 돼요. 나 이거 너무 재밌다. 성격 진짜 급해요. 새로운 에피소드 먼저 볼래? 올해 한 거 한 번도 본 적 없는 거 해야 돼. Let's try to watch something completely new, the brand new, something you've never sealed before. That's very important.
This is Jeopardy! Here are today's contestants. A media researcher.
Never watched it. This guy's really new to me. I've never been known to media researcher. Have I watched this? Maybe.
And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our show. Now, I know many of you are still in quarantine, so we're hoping that these new programs
I've already watched it.
are helping to
벌써 봤어요. 보면 안 돼.
California.
Already want to.
A supply chain manager from Los Angeles, California, Ted Brookman. And our returning champion, an orchestra musician from Riverside, California, Corey Barker, who's This is Jeopardy! Here are today's contestants.
It's not worse.
A financial regulator from
Ah,
Sherman Oaks,
I already
California,
want to.
Jonathan Lee.
Oh, I don't really actually read or whatever it thinks. I don't know what this is. 10%
This
video.
is Jeopardy!
I don't really know it.
Here are today's contestants. An analyst from Chula Vista, California, Joe Aquino. A software
Oh, never watched it. Absolutely certain.
Illinois, Nancy Bosak.
Oh,
And our returning champion,
他们那么熟
an
悉
attorney
的。
from San Francisco,
Ah.
California, Kristen Husek, whose two-day cash winnings total $8,000. And now,
Not really impressive now until we
Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 1 week ago today, we started our program on a high note. We wound up with our very first five-time champion of the year. But then on Thursday and Friday, things went south. Killer final Jeopardies, which resulted in just $8,000 in winnings for our current champion. But that's all behind us. New day, new week.
Comments.
Good luck. Let's go to work.
Yeah. Let's try to actually dig in.
Now the categories. First off, Zoom.
Zoom.
Followed by
Military rank language.
Then the American flag.
Hmm.
Novel.
Okay.
Poem. M in quotation
M.
marks. That letter will begin each correct response.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, play.
Play.
Kristen, start.
Let's have the American flag 200.
What is called the Betsy Ross flag has the stars arranged in this configuration. Kristen?
What is
The 13th colony?
American flag 400?
The flag is known as Old Glory, the Stars and Stripes, and this, popularized by Francis Scott Key. Nancy,
Star Spangles?
Star Spangled Banner.
you're on.
I got it. Star Spangled Banner. I got it.
This exercise, whose name is from the Sanskrit for union, is now being done with goats. And we're not kidding.
Yoga?
What is yoga? Yes. Military rank language for it. Confidential.
Clandestine?
What is private?
Good.
Private eye.
Poem for 6.
M.
In the title of a Poe story, in the rue is in between these two words.
In the streets?
What are murder and morgue?
More and more.
Kristen or Joe?
I don't know.
Nancy, you realize you left the S off of murder. It's murders.
Murderers.
But you have command of the board. You pick.
I'll do poem for 4.
This two-letter abbreviation precedes found in a bottle in the title of a Poe tale.
Letter?
What is message?
No?
A letter?
Kristen or Joe? The two-letter abbreviation is MS.
Oh.
MS. We're back to you, but now you're in the negative at minus 200. Pick again.
Okay, I'll go for Zoom for 2.
The educational kids TV show Zoom ran from 1972 to 1978 on this network.
PBS.
Kristen?
What is PBS?
Correct.
Zoom for 400.
This three-letter word comes before Zoom in the name of many a Nike shoe.
Ear?
What is air?
Yes.
Zoom 600.
The special foods of the Dutch city Bergen op Zoom are the 3 A's: asparagus, aardbeien, strawberries, and these salty little fish.
Aeroplane?
What are anchovies?
Good.
Zoom 800.
A zoom lens is also known as variable this type. Joe, what is focus? Correct.
I didn't know that.
Guitarist Billy Zoom rocks out with the pioneering LA punk band known by this near the end of the alphabet letter.
Z?
And that letter is X.
Oh,
Joe, back to you.
X.
Well, military rank language, etc. Of full legal age.
18?
Joe.
21?
Major? Yes.
Oh.
Military rank language 800. Miscellaneous.
Varied.
This time it's one of the top guys, the General.
Ah.
General Joe.
Ah, surely.
Answer.
아, 진짜네, General.
We're not gonna finish it
Mussolini's.
off with $200 bill still up there, but you have $1,600 and you can risk any or all of it.
$1,000, please.
All right. Of the human body,
Colonel. Corporeal. Corporeal. Ah, shit, Corporeal. That's better.
again,
We'll finish it off with $200.
the pilot of a commercial airliner. Kristen,
What is Captain?
Captain.
Captain is right, and with that you go to 1,600. You trail Joe
Captain.
by 1,000, and we're taking a break. Back to
Captain. Corporeal. Ah, yeah, human body.
A lot of people have bucket lists, and Joe Aquino had one also, and he was able to cross something off.
It's something that my dad.
Good. This is a good sell. All right, you're in command of the board right now, young lady. So go ahead, make a selection.
Novel 400.
Sort of a woodland Shazam, the Song Sleuth app helps nature lovers identify these by their calls. Nancy.
What are birds?
Birds,
Mm.
yes, and you're out of the hole.
Great. Poem for 2, please.
In an 1842 Poe story, a prince and his noble guests find that this title costume ball is no haven from the Red Death.
Harlequin?
What is masquerade?
Masquerade. Harlequin? Clown?
What is mask?
Mask.
Mask.
That's the word.
I'll do play for 2.
The server charges the net and tries to intercept the return stroke in midair in the tennis tactic called serve and this.
Stroke.
What is volley?
Volley.
Play 400.
A hockey game begins with this play in which two opposing players fight for control of a puck dropped between them. Kristen?
What is
Toss.
face-off?
Yes.
Play 600.
A player without the ball sets a screen for a ball handler, then cuts to the basket for a pass in the basketball play called pick and this.
Pick and fetch.
What is roll?
A roll. Oh, okay, I don't know.
The narrator of The Telltale Heart asks, "Why will you say that I am this?" Read it and find out. Why will you say that I am mad?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll find out. Nancy.
Play for 8, please.
There are safety and suicide versions of this baseball play in which a runner bolts home from third as the batter bunts. Kristen.
What is this?
Sweet.
That's it.
Still.
Play 1000.
A soccer player's legs make a pedaling motion, giving this spectacular overhead kick its name.
Hatchery?
What is a bicycle kick?
That's
A
it.
bicycle.
Novel 600.
The new adaptive type of this alliterative auto feature slows you down when the car ahead of you brakes.
Gear?
Talking about cruise control. Kristen.
Cruise control.
Novel 800.
Made from a resin called Crosslight, these trendy shoes have done designer collaborations with Kiss, Barney's, and Ruby Rose.
Loafers?
Do you believe we're dealing with Crocs?
Crocs.
Kristen?
Novel 1000.
Bose now offers sunglasses with built-in these.
Frames.
Kristen?
Earphones.
No.
Earbuds.
Joe? What are speakers? Speakers. Less than a minute now.
Speakers.
American flag 6.
This president issued a 1916 proclamation to create a Flag Day on June 14th, but it didn't become permanent until 1940.
Woodrow Wilson.
Nancy.
Who is Wilson?
Yes.
Haha.
Poem for 1,000.
A powerful storm is at the center of Poe's story, a descent into this.
Hurricane. Cyclone?
Descent into the maelstrom.
Maelstrom. Okay.
In 1777, this governmental body passed a resolution creating an official national flag.
Congress, the legislative branch?
What is the Continental Congress?
That's it. Now the last clue. After Kentucky and this New England state were added to the Union, the flag had 15 stripes for a while.
Massachusetts?
That other state is Vermont.
Oh,
All
Vermont.
right, Kristen and Joe tied at 3,600. Nancy going first in double jeopardy. Right after.
Let me actually count how many of them. 전체 중에 몇 개 맞추나 해보자. Double Jeopardy.
Surprise, surprise.
Jeopardy.com has 1,000 ways to keep you in the game, keep you safe, keep you hydrated, keep you on schedule, and keep you sharp. Socks, ties, onesies, journals, hoodies, Alex?
I'm looking pretty good after all.
It's all at Jeopardy.com, where we've got a keeper for every fan and future fans.
Nancy trails by just 2 First Ladies. Movies perfect for a matinee. Inside Man, those three letters, M-A-N, will appear within each correct response. That's followed by Primates, Triangular, and Europe. Good variety. Off you go.
First Ladies for 4.
She won a 1962 Emmy for a tour of the White House.
Jackie Kennedy?
Jackie Kennedy.
Correct.
First
Yes.
Ladies for 8.
Makes sense that she was the first Lady to appear on a stamp.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
With Martha Washington.
You got it.
Oh, Martha
First
Washington.
Lady is 1200.
Answer there. The Daily Double has a chance for you to add to the lead you've just taken.
I'll wager 1200.
12 it is. As played by Sally Field, she laments that all people will remember is, I was crazy and I ruined your happiness.
Who is Mary Todd Lincoln?
Right.
Oh, Mary Todd Lincoln.
First Lady 600 or 1600.
Our longest living First Lady. She died at age 97 in 1982 and is buried with her husband at his Missouri library.
Jerry Ford's wife. Ford.
Who is First Lady Truman?
Yes.
Truman.
Inside Man 400.
Oh, you
There
can
are
see the
about
Lincoln
700
First Lady.
species of
Oh,
these,
I
most
know
looking
it.
like a cross between a frog and a lizard. Joe, what is it?
Salamander.
800, please. Inside Man.
Manumit is a synonym of this liberating word,
Emancipation.
and that word is emancipate. Joe,
Inside Man 1200.
English, Dutch, and Danish are this type of language. Kristen?
Germain.
Germanic.
Correct.
Inside Man 1600.
Ah, kunnen Mrs.
It's a
Lincoln
sometimes
herinneren.
harmful focus on the tiniest details of how your subordinates do their job. Kristen,
What is
Micromanage.
Inside Man 2000.
to reverse a previous military order.
Renette?
What is a remand?
No. Remand is more of a legal term, but counterman.
Ah, counter me.
Military term we were going for. Kristen, back to you.
Primates 400.
This semi-arboreal ape of equatorial Africa is our closest living genetic relative. Joe?
Gorilla? Chimpanzee?
Chimpanzee, you're right.
Ah,
Primates.
I got it.
Practiced by gibbons and siamangs, brachiation is locomoting through trees this way. Joe, what is
Using arms.
Yes. Primates 1200. These monkeys normally live in the tropics of the Americas, but in 1959, one rode into space and returned safely.
Lemur? I don't know.
Cute little guy is a squirrel monkey.
Oh, squirrel monkey. I don't know.
Primate 1600. As its appearance may help you guess, in the tarsier, this cortex is extremely large, especially the V1 section. Joe,
Is it the frontal cortex?
No.
What is the frontal cortex? No.
Temporal cortex.
what is the visual?
Visual cortex.
Back to you, Joe.
2000 primates.
Answer. Double. Well, it'll work out for you perhaps. You have 3,200 to put at risk.
Put it on my left. Let's make it a Trinidad double.
All right, here's the clue in primates. About 30,000 years old, an early Homo sapiens skull called this number 1 was discovered in 1868 at the French site of the same name.
Lascaux? I know. I don't know. I know. Don't say that. Don't say that. What's that? No. Cro-Magnon. 확실히 크로마뇽이래. 크로마뇇. Don't tell me.
Homo sapiens? So it is Cro-Magnon.
Oh my gosh, I got it. I'm so thrilled.
Spoiler alert, at the end of this film, after surviving a breakup, Joseph Gordon-Levitt meets a girl named
500 Days of Summer.
Joe.
What is 500 Days of Summer?
Good.
Oh my god, you know this movie? Oh, this old guy knows
Gino
about this.
robs a bank and takes hostages in this 1975 film that sounds perfect for an August matinee.
I don't know.
Nancy.
What is Dog Day Afternoon?
Yes.
Dog Day Afternoon. That's a perfect name for summer.
She was a regular good luck charm as Jinx Johnson in Die Another Day.
007. Who's that guy? Sophie Marceau?
This is Halle Berry.
Oh, Halle Berry.
Movies for 2000.
A quote from this 1951 sci-fi classic. Gort, Klaatu Barada Nikto. Joe,
What is the day the Earth stood still?
right.
The day the earth stood still.
Tom Cruise was
지구
Cole
멈춘.
Trickle, a driver on the Southern Stock Car Circuit in this action flick. Joe,
What is Days
Invasive, sorry.
Triangular what? Oxalis triangularis is the purple clover, or purple this, a word associated with Ireland. Nancy, what is shamrock?
Shamrock.
You're for 4.
A clover, leprechaun.
Gave his name to the Peloponnese, this type of landmass that also started.
Peninsula.
Kristen,
What is peninsula?
correct.
Amen.
Seen here is one of these protective barriers that keep much of the Netherlands from becoming inundated with water. Nancy?
Bay Mirror?
Good.
Oh, I didn't get it.
The city of Pilsen in the Czech Republic has lent its name to a style of this potent potable. Nancy?
Ubiquitous?
Pilsner beer.
Pilsner.
Yeah. Less than a minute now. Europe for 16. The architectural style known as Jugendstil is prevalent in this capital of Latvia. Nancy? What is region? Yes. Europe for 2. This region, comprising the northern half of Belgium, has neat medieval castles. Nancy? What is
Flemish.
Right? Yes, and you're in the lead now. Great. First lady.
Flemish, I know.
When she
I got
became
it.
First Lady, both her grandmothers on the Folsom and Harmon sides got to hear the happy news. Nancy?
Who's Eleanor Roosevelt?
No. It was Frances Folsom Cleveland. She was very, very young. 4 clues left, Nancy.
Triangular for 8.
A triangle is the traditional shape of these, which make up half of the Texas state snack.
Nacho.
Nancy?
What are tortilla chips?
Yes.
Tortilla
All right,
chips.
triangular for 12.
The craft of architectural sketching, or the type of triangle used in the craft.
Triangle ruler.
The drafting triangle. All right. We have Kristen in the lead with 8,800, Nancy 8,000, Joe still very much alive with 3,200, and players, take a look at the board. Here comes.
Didn't really do well. But I can normally perform better than this. 이거보다 원래 잘하는데 저거 못했다. 빨리 말해야 되니까 힘들다.
Jeopardy! Please welcome today's contestant. A pediatric
I never watched it. Oh my gosh, I've never watched it. I'm excited. 한 번도 못 봤다. 이거 몇 개 맞추나 보죠. 미치겠다. 야, 빨리 말해라.
tight end. And our returning champion, an attorney from San Francisco, California, Kristen Yusek, whose 3-day cash winnings total $24,808. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
야, 이거 진짜 잘해야 된다, 이번 판. 이번 판은 진짜 잘해야 돼.
Total for Kristen, as you just heard. But keep in mind that she is a 3-day champion. Carlos and Maddie, welcome aboard. Good luck. Pick up those signaling devices. Here we go into the Jeopardy round.
My gosh, I'm really thrilled.
Categories are
You
Era
have good
of
feelings.
feelings. Next, pop culture. 3-syllable words.
Mhm.
Military matters. Literary quotes. And
A military, I know
finally,
it. Colonel, corporal.